problem was all to do with dreams, wasn't it?
You're having recurring dreams.
Well, yeah, I know. I personally dream lots of dreams, and some good, some bad. And you've got us a dream expert, not just any old dream expert. This is Ian Wallace, who does lots of work for the BBC, apparently, and he's also author of the Top 100 Dreams. Is this right?
Yeah, in fact, he's analysed over 130,000 dreams for clients. You may have even heard him on BBC Radio 2's Steve Wright show. And this morning, he joins us on BBC Radio Solent. Morning.
Morning, Ian.
Hey Alex, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
We're really pleased you're here.
I'm delighted to be here.
Now, we've got lots of questions for you, so I don't know what you're doing for the next hour. All to do with dreams. First of all, Ian, I know you're an expert, and you've written this book, the Top 100 Dreams, and all of that, and you're also available on ianwallacedreams.com. But how do we know that what you're telling us is right? Who is to say, if I dream about... Well, Laura's dream... Ian... listen to Laura's dream about the wave on the beach.
I have this quite often. I'm always on a different beach, and I just see this massive wave, a huge wall of water approaching really, really quickly, and it's just going to engulf me, and I'm trying to run away, and I'm on this sand, and I'm really heavy. I can't seem to outrun the wall of water that's coming towards me.
Yeah, so this is quite a common dream, Laura, and the reason that I can say with great certainty that this is what your dream means, it's not like I'm some fantastic authority or I'm up here in dream control, but one of the ways that I understand why people dream the things they do is to actually step out of the dream and just listen to our language, the idioms and phrases that we use in waking life. So Laura, when you dream about water, you're always dreaming about your emotions and feelings, because we hear this in phrases and idioms like, I'm at a bit of a low ebb, I'm pouring my heart out, I can't keep my head above water, and all these sorts of things. So these are reflected in our dreams. So dreaming of a tidal wave or a tsunami is the 19th most common dream that people have, Laura.
Congratulations, Laura.
Great.
You're in the top 20.
And what it means, Laura, is that there is some emotional situation that you're a little bit distanced from at the moment, but you're concerned it's going to overwhelm you in some way. But you're doing really well because you're actually standing on firm and solid ground, so you're taking a very firm and solid stance, but you're just observing this potential emotional engulfance coming towards you and engulfing you.
See, I've had it all my life, though. Like, I've always had it.
Yeah.
I don't seem to grow out of it.
Yeah, so with that, then there's probably some concern that you have, Laura, about getting very emotionally involved in something. So maybe you appear a bit cool to other people and stand back a little bit and are a little bit detached, and you don't like to get too involved in your emotions in case it just all goes out of control.
Ian, that sounds great, by the way, and I don't doubt you. I'm sure you are an expert. Do you guys now have like a dream directory? So any dream analyst we get on, if we say water, are they all going to say emotion? Have you got your own understood language now?
Yeah, so the language I go with is one that's been emerging for tens of thousands of years that lots of cultures, native cultures, have been using. There are a lot of so-called dream experts, without being too disparaging to them, that you might get on that would tell you that water means all sorts of other things. And they're kind of making that up because there's no firm evidence for that. So I work a lot with language and symbolism and metaphors, and that's been developing for tens of thousands of years. So people have different views of it, but that is my view, and that one seems to work really well in practice. Apart
from guesting on, say, Steve Wright in the afternoon, and I guess you get a fee for that, because that's big BBC, by the way, we're not paying you for this, and writing a book, how do you make a living out of being a dream expert?
I do three main things, Alex. So I have a large individual clientele. So I work with a lot of individuals and work with their dreams. I work with a lot of celebrities and public figures working with their dreams. I have a business called the Dream Organisation, where I go into large organisations and corporations and help teams to reveal hidden value and unseen opportunities. And I do media work as well.
Right, okay. That's just me being nosy, nothing to do with the interview. I just wanted to ask you, Ian, you're here, and then end of the phone, so I just wanted to ask you. I know, I'm going to ask you about a couple of things to do with dreams. I've had a dream since the mid-'80s, when I used to work in the nightclubs doing the gigs. I had the 2 turntables there, and as I held the stylus and put it on the record, the stylus was really, really heavy, and as I put the record on, the record slows down. I keep clearing the dance floor. If you're a nightclub DJ, you need that floor packed. You can only survive on a packed dance floor. Now I'm at the BBC. I have a dream that I can't get the next bit of music on. The boss is saying, get the music on, get the music on. I can't find the jingle to get to the news at the top of the hour. So it's more or less the same jingle, but it's kind of, it's more or less the same dream, sorry, but it's kind of changed as I've got older and my career has steered towards radio. What's that all about?
Yeah, so any time you dream about music, Alex, you tend to be dreaming about how you perform in waking life. So back in the 80s, when you were in the nightclubs and you had these really slow wheels of steel there, then what was happening there was that you were concerned that your career might slow down in some way, that you might make a choice that would slow your career down and stop it from spinning along in the way it had been. And now when you're having that dream that you think, I don't have enough music, and the producer's really shouting at me to get things done, then what you're concerned with there is that you won't be able to perform to the best of your abilities. So you're actually being quite self-critical of yourself, Alex, and being a bit judgmental. But the truth is you're an absolutely brilliant performer and you're very, very confident on air. So you're just giving yourself a little bit of a hard time. And what you need to say to yourself in waking life is that you are really brilliant and you've got the confidence to do the job perfectly.
Oh, you're lovely.
He's going to have a big head all day
Ring
now.
Steve Wright, tell him he's out, we're in. Thank you very, and you're right, I am my own worst critic. That's amazing. Now, this is a dream I had last night, and this is quite personal, and I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to go there because you know what you're on about. I lost my grandfather in 1999 and my grandmother a few years later. They were both 88, so had great lives. I had a dream last night that I was somewhere and my nan and granddad turned up and they were still alive, and my granddad had a raincoat on and dark sunglasses, and we were hugging and we were kissing, and I could more or less feel myself crying in the dream. I don't know if I was crying in my sleep, and I said to them, Nan, Grandad, you're here, you're alive. And they said, yeah, we've been alive all the time. We've been living in blah. Of course, when I woke up this morning, I realised it was a dream and I was heartbroken again. What do you think that means?
Yeah, this is a really fabulous dream, Alex. And again, it's a common dream that people have, dreaming of a deceased parent or grandparent coming into your dream. So the thing about when you dream about another person, Alex, you're actually dreaming of some aspect of your own self. So when you dream about your nan and your granddad, you're really dreaming about the qualities that you really, really admired in them and really loved in them and were drawn to them. And even though they've passed on from the physical existence, they still live on inside you. Those qualities still live on inside you. And you actually embody those qualities now. So the qualities that you really loved in them, then it's up to you to enact them and embrace them in waking life. So even though it seems that they've gone away, you're actually just starting to realise that whatever qualities you associated with them, wisdom, fun, experience, whatever, you're starting to realise that you have those qualities as well, and that's what's coming out in the dream, and it is a very emotional experience for you.
Oh, any idea why my granddad had the Stevie Wonder glasses on, though?
Yeah, so with that, so when someone, anytime we dream about clothes, we're dreaming about how we appear to people. So someone with dark glasses and a raincoat on, they sound that they're almost a bit like a spy. They're quite concealed. So with that, there's some quality, probably some way of looking at something because your granddad's wearing these glasses that you conceal sometimes. And it's actually a very, very valuable and powerful quality that you have, Alex, but you hide it sometimes. So again, it comes back to confidence. You shouldn't be scared of speaking up and giving a very wise and experienced view to other people.
Brilliant. It all kind of makes sense when we hear you say it, Ian. Thank you so much for joining us on the programme. What I'd love to do, I'm going to throw this out here because I've got confidence now. I'm just going to say what I feel. Ian, I want to book you for our big hour. Our big hour goes out Monday to Friday from 12 noon until 1. We've had all sorts of people and celebrities do it. I'd like you, at a date of your convenience, to... where are you in Scotland?
Yes, I am, yes.
Right. So I'd like you to get on a train, come down... No. I'd like to hook you up... with an ISDN or something, and would you do an hour with us?
Yeah, I'd be absolutely delighted to do that, Alex. So what I do with most BBC stations, I do travel around a lot, but I'm going to be in Edinburgh for the next few weeks or so. So there's a ISDN studio in Edinburgh, the BBC studio, and I usually broadcast from there. So I'd love to do that.
Brilliant. Okay, well, that's great. We're really looking forward to it. I'll hand you back to my producer, Alan Newman, and we'll get that sorted out, and then maybe we'll get some emails from listeners and some phone calls, and you can do your dream thing on them.
That'd be absolutely wonderful.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What a lovely guy. You struck
Great
gold.
stuff. He's wonderful. Really, it sounds like he knows what he's talking about. You looked a little bit emotional as well there.
Yeah, I just, I just remember hugging my granddad last night and saying, you're still here. And he was laughing, saying, of course I'm just living somewhere else.
Well,
So
some people say, don't they, that actually, if they believe if there's an afterlife, that people who have passed on can kind of contact you whilst you're in this state of sleep. They can kind of come and visit you as well. Some people believe that.
I don't know. I've not heard that before.
Yeah, I mean...
I remember having a great dream about a year ago, so long and so detailed, or that's how it seemed, where I was hanging out with John Lennon.
Oh, right. As you do.
And I was talking to him and saying, I can't remember if this is before he was shot or if he had never been shot or if people have thought he'd been shot, and I can't remember. But this great dream, and it was such a cool dream. He's telling me loads of stuff about the Beatles. Of course, I wanted to get back to that dream, but you can never get back to a dream.
No.
Should have asked Ian, can you get
Why?
back to a dream?
Yeah. And do we dream in colour? Who knows? I can never remember if I've dreamt in colour or not.
I dream in colour.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm sure I
can't
do.
remember if I do or not. But yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, my dad passed away when I was 17 and I always dream of him. And it was really interesting when Ian was saying those qualities then live on in you as well. And I think that's absolutely true.